This was the flag that I was given when I marched on Washington. See, it says, March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom, August 1963.
So that's the day that Martin Luther King gave his famous I Have a Dream speech.
That's right, and I was about 10 feet behind him because I was an activist. I marched, I demonstrated, I boycotted, I joined all the committees in my unions. And the trouble is, all that marching and demonstrating and whatever. Oh, my aunt, as a matter of fact, on the back of one of her books, there are all the various different people that she's interfaced with in her political life, including people like Lyndon Johnson, Averell Harriman, Martin Luther King, and a whole bunch of people, and Eleanor Roosevelt. I met Eleanor Roosevelt because she shared a podium with my aunt at one point.
Wow.
And she was, you know how some people are talking to you and their eyes keep watching the room, checking the action and what have you? I never forgot her because Eleanor Roosevelt was one of those people that I was only 9 years old. I was only a kid. But I knew this wonderful person, when she's talking to you, you're the whole world. There's nobody else there. And she was obviously amused to meet me. And she was just darling. She couldn't, and I really do hope that in terms of history, and I don't think anybody quite understands how important it was, that she was who she was. Because what Eleanor Roosevelt did for black people, Franklin Delano Roosevelt was, he never went out of his way as far as black people were concerned. But because of her, you did feel that you had to connect to the President of the United States because you knew that she would tell him what we wanted him to know. So we felt through her, we had a direct line to somebody who never acknowledged us in public, but we knew he had his ear because she was so wonderful about learning who we were as a people, understanding the things that we wanted done, and being totally empathetic and sympathetic. She was a remarkable First Lady. And some people appreciate her historically. I mean, it sounds good when they talk about her and what have you. But you would have to be a non-white to understand just how remarkable she was and how much she gave to the country. She was tremendous. I never forgot her. And like I said, I was just a kid, but I just thought she was, just peachy keen.
And share a little bit more about being at the march.
Sitting on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, you could see all the way down to the Needle. And almost all of it was entirely covered. It was absolutely thrilling. I remember Joan Baez, but as one of the performers. Oh, and also I forgot. You know who was there? In the roped off section that I was able to sit in? Marlon Brando made it his business to be there. I remembered that and appreciated it. But anyway, it was just enormously exciting.